could explain the premise in a single sentence, but we're on concept high. Let's go vibe on the beach the minutes past 9 weeks. Ride the concept high. Does this day feel like it already happened? Must be deja vu. Try learning a different language from the alien race that speaks to you.
All views expressed are those of the participants and not of Clark University. Please send any comments about the Concept High Scrodcast to concepthighpod@gmail.com. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Concept High, a Scrodcast presented by the Screen Weens. We look at films whose premise can be described in a single sentence, hooking you on the concept from minute one. Today, as always, we have Jocelyn Presley.
Hello.
Izzy Levitt.
Word up.
Justin Schwartz.
What's good?
And me, Corey Preventure. Today's film is 2019's Midsommar. Or Midsommar, I don't really care. Written and directed by Ari Aster, starring Florence Pugh, Jack Rayner, everyone's favorite whiny bitch, Will Poulter.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that other guy's name?
Chidi Anagonye? Yeah, that's what I was.
That's I Gran Turismo's in this, yeah.
He is? Oh, yeah, he is.
He is.
But yeah, spoilers, warning, spoilers. We have big spoilers for this movie. Let's get into...
No, hold on. Let me do this right. William Jackson Harper. That's
Yeah.
it.
Thank you.
He was in
appreciate it.
Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania.
Good
for
fucking
3
God
seconds.
he was.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. And Archie, Matic, fuck.
He's in The
Madec
Good Place.
From Saltburn.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Yeah, Gran Turismo.
Oh,
Turismo.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've raced this truck 1,000 times.
Bruh.
You puked on my
You
lawn.
puked on my lawn.
So
Get it. You like the Zoom movie.
Ari
You
Aster.
grew up with Hot Wheels.
Sex with Barry Keoghan. Yes,
This is Barry Keoghan.
I have sex with Barry Keoghan.
He's a little bit of a weird guy. But Ari Aster's also a weird guy. Directed and
Genius
wrote.
guy.
He's pretty good. Hereditary. Have we all seen that?
Yes.
Okay. And Beau is Afraid.
Yes.
Have we all seen that?
Yeah.
I
No.
Oh,
Oh.
easy.
saw it in theaters.
So did
Saw
I.
it in theater.
I
saw it with my
didn't
mother.
see it on theaters on purpose.
I
I
saw
feel like
it with
seeing
my
it with your
girlfriend.
mom is like the perfect way to experience it, yeah?
It was interesting.
It's like thematically resonant.
No. That's
Yeah.
why it was interesting. I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I'm uncomfortable.
It wasn't the least bit cathartic. You didn't feel a little bit like there. Okay, never mind.
In what way?
I don't know.
You're suggesting things.
I'm not in any way.
You think my father's a penis?
Okay, let's move on.
Wait, the phallus. Yeah. So, I have a question. After watching this,
Yeah.
a film about, a commune, a cult, maybe you could call it, would you still join Jared Leto's cult? Or would you not? Or would you change your mind?
I never would.
It depends.
Do I still get the SWAT jacket?
Yeah. And is it like this one?
Is it like a
Like,
white
do I have to
swat
drink Jared Leto's
For anyone
period
new
blood?
to the podcast, in our,
and his pubes.
And his pube?
You
for
drank
any
the
new
pubes.
listeners, our last episode was
Nope, 2 episodes ago.
2 episodes.
Yes.
2 episodes ago was 2016's Suicide Squad. We get it. It was the movie I chose. Was 2016 Suicide Squad, and Jared Leto took a bit of a big feature in that one.
I mean, good thing you found out that it was that, 'cause it's about time,
Did you say he took a big... Wait, what?
Played a big... Fuck your grammar, Justin.
No, I didn't hear what you said.
Gabagoo. So, what's the concept or plot of this film? Jocelyn.
Okay. So, there's this girl, Florence Pugh,
Woman.
Danny.
I gotta stop saying that.
A little woman?
Maybe.
Greta Gerwig?
Greta Gerwig?
Greta?
Emma Watson?
I can do it too, Corey.
Black Widow.
Joanne
I can
Fabric?
do it too.
Join Merrick.
Spoilers.
Dune.
I already said that, don't worry.
Yeah,
Florence
her
actually said it.
parents and her sister are all killed, by her sister.
Imagine not being invited to the family suicide. embarrassing.
Fucked
I know,
up.
right?
That's the worst scene in the movie. Is like the
That's
opening.
I was genuinely like, oh my fucking
Yeah.
god, and then
But,
it kind of
like-
all just is mellow from there.
Yeah.
Is that a good
I
thing?
don't know if the
No, that's
cliff
not a good thing.
diving was mellow.
No, but
Is-
I don't
yeah, but
think
you
that that's
saw
as
what was
bad as the
happening.
beginning.
Yeah, no.
as soon as you
it's
saw
like-
the cliff, you're like, oh.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
But I mean, like,
Except for the face.
I was gonna say the
smashing.
hammers kind of come out of nowhere.
I didn't really care about. We'll talk about
That's a
it.
little
Justin.
gross.
We'll
Yeah.
get there.
But she's grieving. She has a really shitty boyfriend,
Ugh.
Jack
and
Rayner.
she
From fucking Sing Street. John Carney.
And Transformers 4 Age
I
of
will-
Extinction.
I posit to say that he's not a shitty boyfriend.
I posit to say that he is.
Yeah, you're wrong.
What are you on?
I think he
What-
was.
Should I?
you
Do
ta-
I
are
need
you
to call
red-pilled?
Beanie? Are you good?
Are you red pill,
Can
Justin?
we get Beanie on the pod?
Yeah. What?
We gotta like.
All right, we don't need to take it there, okay? You know what? I feel like there's just a general opinion sometimes in these podcasts that needs to be challenged a little bit.
Okay.
Okay.
So-
valid. No,
Okay.
devil's
Misogyny
advocate.
card.
Devil's advocate. Do
It's
it.
not misogyny, okay?
It's him being a fucking child.
I think. Listen, I think his character is bad. Of course, I don't like him, and I think he's a shitty boyfriend. But I'm just saying, as devil's
Okay.
advocate.
Okay.
No, do it. Play devil's advocate.
Josh, are you done explaining the
No.
concept? Okay, then continue.
We haven't even gotten to the juice of it.
So she has this boyfriend who may or may not be shitty.
Will be-
Depending on
determined.
how you define
whether you are
shittiness.
Justin or not.
Okay,
Oh
whatever.
wait, I'm sorry. We're gonna have to interrupt again. I fucked up the squares for the recording, so we're gonna change that on recording.
Okay.
So Joss, keep talking. I'll
For
get
our
into it.
audio listeners,
we have Zoom squares.
we have Zoom squares.
Yeah.
For
They're
audio
wrong.
listeners, we play with shapes sometimes.
Yeah.
We throw some shapes.
Okay.
We hit the dance floor.
Okay. But her boyfriend and his friends go on a trip to Sweden, and they're like, "Yeah, you can come along." And so they go to this cult in Sweden, and crazy stuff happens.
I mean, it's pretty normal.
Believe it or not, only one of them survives until the end.
Who is it?
The woman.
No, it's the bear.
The she,
Fine.
her,
Jeremy Allen
hers.
White.
Jeremy. Dude, I
Jeremy
literally
Allen
wrote
White.
down Christian is Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah.
But
let's dive into that. The central theme of this movie, I feel like, or not theme, but like, it revolves around this couple, right?
Mhm.
Yes,
And it's seen through this perspective of the main character, Danny,
Mhm.
Daniel.
who just went through a terrible tragedy, and
Bro, she had
let's-
such FOMO.
well, actually, is it a good thing that she got left out of the family suicide, or a bad thing?
I mean, it depends. I mean, in her current state, probably a bad thing.
Okay.
Like in her mental zeitgeist, it's not a term that should be used. But like, it's better that she's alive.
I mean, it's, I think that I don't even know what to say to follow that. Holy shit. I think that it's good that she's alive. I think that she should not be with him.
Oh
Holy
God,
shit.
no! Well, any of them. Like, I'm not saying that she would choose one of them, but like, just they're all
No,
not good
I think
partners.
that her grieving with him is fucking terrible, and
Yeah.
she should have
Oh, God,
gone
yeah.
and stayed with whoever the fuck she was talking with on the phone about Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. Just for some context, though. So right before, it was like just before this was gonna happen, right? Christian was planning on like breaking up with her.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was thinking. He was
So-
talking about it.
As this is happening, it's kind of like he feels like he has to comfort her.
Yeah.
because I mean, you can't break.
You
up
cannot break
No.
up with
someone who
after that.
just had their family.
Yeah,
die.
their entire it's almost the worst possible scenario that you can like that two people are
as
in.
opposed to Dream Scenario, the film Dream Scenario.
Yes, as
But, like-
opposed to dream scenario. So that's why I'm not like. That's why I'll play devil's advocate and
But
say
I feel like
that
if he should have just done it before, like if it was really that, like 'cause
Yes,
they
of
said
course.
he's felt like that for like over
A
a year. I
year?
think he said.
Yeah.
That's
but
crazy.
also, he's a fucking terrible.
Yeah.
The way he fucking like emotionally manipulates her while she's grieving is terrible. Like
oh,
the
like,
scene where she's like, where he's like, hey, sorry, I know you feel like shit. I'm gonna just go to this party for like 45 minutes.
tops.
Then but like after, okay, so they go out to this this party, and she finds out that he's gonna go to Sweden with his friends, and
Oh,
she's
yeah,
like,
Sweden.
I didn't know about this. Why didn't I know about this? And he's like, what you want, like, I'm sorry, like, and it's this like
He goes like,
horrific-
I'm sorry.
yeah, he's like, I'm sorry, and it's like
What's your issue, mate?
it's like this
He's such
horrific.
a smug guy.
No, he's like smug. He always puts himself somewhere where he feels like he has the moral higher ground, and it's this.
It's over, Anakin.
It's so
I have the high
childish.
ground.
He is a child, and it's so infuriating to watch. You watch it in this scene. You watch it when he's with Josh, and he's like, by the way, I'm writing my thesis. You know, like, what? If you want to collaborate, we can collaborate.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck is your deal?
Like, they're so well written to be people you just want to die, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
they do, and you're really happy about it, or ambivalent in the case of like, I don't think Connie needed to die. I understand why she did, but like, I didn't. I felt like she didn't have to.
I think they're written in a way that's like antithetical to the normal way that horror movie characters are written, because it's always like teenagers who are assholes, and you're like, okay, I can't wait to see this guy killed. But these are more like, I feel like, realistic
Yes.
Human assholes.
Yeah, they're very human assholes, and it's not like, I feel like the horror of it comes from them actually dying. It's like, yeah, they were shitty people, but I don't think that guy deserved to be like butterflied the way.
Yeah,
he
that was-
that was
that was
fucking
Kind
wild.
of awesome.
Yeah.
Every time I saw Will Poulter take a rip of his fucking pen or his vape,
Holy
whatever,
shit, that
I
was
wanted
excessive.
to strangle him.
Oh my god, dude! Like
I don't know. Will Poulter is great at being
Yeah,
an
just horrible.
insufferable piece of shit.
But again,
Yeah.
it's not like he needs to die over that. It's like, I want to like slap him, you know? So it's, I feel like that's why this
Slap him
movie
with
is
a
so
hammer.
effective in its kills, is like, oh, I mean for him to get like bear suited and set on fire.
I want to talk about the bear suit later.
Yeah.
But I mean, especially in this ending where you're like, I fucking hate this guy, but I do in this situation feel so fucking terrible for him, because even, you know, no, he was creeping on this girl before, but like now he's high. He doesn't want to do this. He doesn't want. Okay, for context, he
took a drug cocktail.
but
drink
basically
drink.
he gets approved to mate
approved
with this
by the council.
Yes.
mate with this girl who presumably is like
She's
she's like a
young.
child.
She,
Yeah.
was disturbingly young looking.
And they get him really high, and then he's freaking out. He's so anxious, and they like push him into having coitus with her.
Well, there's multiple other people.
Yes, well,
And
there's
they were,
multiple
like,
other people there
chanting,
in
and they
a
were like
ceremony,
mimicking their noises.
They're moaning.
and
with
it's
them.
like you just feel so awful for her. Oh, okay. You feel so
That's in the Jared Leto cult.
like
They make you fuck Jared
When
Leto.
when he has sex with underage girls and stuff.
okay,
Dude, you're revealing his secrets. You can't do that.
guys.
Allegedly.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that not the subject matter that we're talking about?
Allegedly.
But you just feel really bad, like, for. Again, it's that same thing of like, this person fucking sucks, and they
Yeah.
suck, but like,
But it's like, Jesus.
this is terrible.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
If we could take it back for a minute here,
Yeah.
there's something we did not address. Why is this movie high concept?
Oh, yeah. So our professor said this mirrors a high concept film, and in the ways that I understand this movie, I'm not sure it does. Except for it's a cult, but it's a matriarchy. Like,
Yeah.
I guess.
Joss, thoughts?
No, I mean, what our professor was saying is that, like, you understand what's happening within the first 20 minutes of the film, which is true to an extent.
I mean, as soon as like they were like, "Oh, we're going to this commune," I'm like, "Oh, they're all gonna fucking die."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's necessarily high concept. I don't.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It's like, the concept is like, how can grief get worse? I feel like
Let's do grief, but bad.
grief too.
Badder.
It's like,
Add a DER to that shit.
it's the cult that makes you grieve more, or the cult that makes you grieve harder.
It's the
or
cult that
something
makes
like
you
that.
smile.
Maybe.
She smiled at the end. It's like Joker. It's just like
He's just gonna keep going with Joker.
There's also
my
like
favorite
there is something to
movie.
be said in the film about like reflection.
I looked at this movie very from like a perspective of what grief is, and in the beginning of the movie she's with her actual like her boyfriend and his friends and like the community that she does have from home, and she is so alone, like she's grieving alone, and then she goes to this place, and that final scene she's surrounded by people that she does not know, and they're grieving with her.
Yes, so exactly. In a different sense, there is this mirror where Danny is kind of seeing this reflection of her pain and her grief in a way that she never has, just like you were saying, Joss. But when it's put in these cuts between the scene with Christian, you have this thing that occurs, which is where what Danny is feeling is pain, and what Josh is like feeling in like the very base sense is pleasure. But
Christian, you mean?
yes, sorry, what Danny is feeling is pain, and what Christian is feeling is pleasure. But Christian is feeling pain, and Danny is getting this release and this pleasure from getting to see her getting this relief from getting this empathy and getting to grieve with other people. And Christian is in this terrible scenario where he just doesn't want to be, period, you know, the conditions, you know, everything. And they're cut in between each other in such a like visceral way, where you get this like, I don't know, just like this vice versa effect, and then they mirror each other. I don't know. It's
the
like
editing is really good. In
Yes.
this film. Like formal elements of this film, fucking nuts. Editing, a lot of cuts on sound that really are effective. Like I think there's one scene where Danny goes to scream or gasp or like, ah! And then as soon as she starts, it cuts and it's silence, and it's just a different scene completely.
Sorry, can I cut in for a second? Yeah. My favorite sound editing is towards the beginning when she calls Christian and she's like, no. And then it cuts to at the house, the car like blaring, and it sounds like her screaming. It's so good.
I think my favorite shot in this film is near the beginning when she's going to the bathroom, and then it fucking like it's like an aerial shot of her walking into a bathroom,
the
and
plane.
it cuts to a front and she's in the plane bathroom. I was like, like genuinely so like the camera is so omniscient and powerful, and it has this sense of this fatalism to it, and like what is happening will happen and is meant to happen, and you can't fucking change anything.
I don't know, but then no, I gotta do it. I gotta talk about the bear.
The Bear? It's a really good TV show. Season 3 and 4 are filming right now.
When
Everyone laughed.
the scene
Was that supposed to be funny?
the scene that we mentioned when Christian comes in and he's like, yo, heading out to this party for 45 minutes, that Danny is sleeping on a bed, a couch, whatever, and right above her is this work of art.
Oh my god, those paintings were fucking crazy.
No, those paintings were fucking crazy. But one
I
of
saw
them,
that and I was like, oh, I'm in for a ride.
no, it was it was like a little girl or woman with a giant bear, like talking to the bear or feeding the bear, but like with her hands up to this bear. And I was like, oh shit, okay, so she's gonna encounter a bear.
Guys, it's symbolism.
So and
it's
then
just like old.
It's foreshadowing.
and then they get onto this the commune property,
Five shadowing.
and they're like, oh, we're just gonna ignore the bear, and Ingmar is like, it's a bear.
It's like, we don't have Hulu here.
And
that one was the best one out of the like little
Thank you.
7 you
the
did over
string
there.
of jokes.
That's-
Okay, I'll stop now.
and then
I had to get one laugh.
Let it rip.
Yeah, let it rip open the bear.
Beyblade. Let it rip.
Reese's Puffs, Reese's Puffs.
Girls can let it rip.
What?
Girls can let it rip.
Is that what the message of this film is?
Yeah.
The message of Midsommar 2019,
2019.
Ari Aster, is that girls,
Can let it rip.
they can let it rip.
They can let it rip.
Girls fart.
I'm so glad that you were the one to deliver that message. Justin.
Thank you. Girls fart. Girls fart.
That's news to me.
Maybe we should get a girl on the podcast then.
And ask her, do you fart? Okay, let's
Oh my God.
cut this part.
Guys, I have a.
Wait, what did you just say? I'm so sorry.
Do you want to take it or should you take it?
You
What?
Good? You good?
No, I'm not.
Guys-
Corey, just wait.
Joss,
Hold on.
do you want to
Yeah.
start a podcast with me?
I would love to start a podcast with you.
No, I want to join, please. I'm
no,
not.
that's okay. You two stay. You two do whatever.
Did you hear what he said? You said let's get a girl on here, and Corey's like, and yeah, we should ask her if she farts.
Yeah.
That's what got you.
It's just the way he said
I
it.
said, do you fart?
Remember when Corey was like, "I'm gonna be low energy this podcast."
Yeah, I'm overcompensating and I'm
I
gonna be
know.
so tired
It's
after this.
okay.
Okay, so just
Okay.
I have a silly question.
Mhm.
So, she's the May Queen at the end.
Who's the April King?
She's like, and
It's you, Corey.
there's a bunch of scenes where they have like these like fun flower crowns.
Yeah.
What flowers would you want in your flower crown? pick like 2 or 3.
Roses,
Begonias.
Tulips and lilacs.
hydrangea.
I'd have
That's basic, but I just
I'd have daffodils and violets.
Oh, and there's these pretty ones that like hang over.
I have
Oh,
a dahlia.
on that.
Nightshade.
By the way.
Nightshade.
Okay, nightshade.
What's that? What's that
Um,
one white flower that kills people? It's in England a lot.
Cocaine.
Guys, there were
Fentanyl.
10,000. There were over 10,000 hand-stitched silk flowers
Hemlock.
in that last dress that
Yeah.
Florence was wearing.
Yeah, okay.
It's
Costume
beautiful.
design, art direction, nutty up the fucking wazoo.
Oh my god. Yes, the t-shirts that they were wearing in the beginning.
Guys, yellow is a symbolic color of death.
No. It's because it's like a happy color, but it's like
Yes, but like whatever yellow.
no, it's like
no, it's a
yes.
happy color, but like that's the point. Like
No,
it's
it's like-
daytime horror.
yes, it's daytime horror because like you like can't.
I can't think of
It's
any
like
other.
bad
Like,
tea-
what's
it's
a,
like
what's a
in
good
nature.
daytime horror film?
Train to Busan.
Did you both just say that at the same time?
I said Midsommar.
Oh,
Train to Busan is like the best one, I think.
I didn't find that to be scary though.
It's a horror movie. I mean, like
That's
you
fair.
said, best
Okay,
should
yeah.
have specified scary horror movie.
Yeah. Are you okay?
One take of death.
One take of death.
One
One cut of the
cut of
dead.
One cut of death.
don't,
Fuck
don't
me.
stop shooting. Original title.
Mm-hmm.
Sharks in Thailand.
Oh god.
I don't know. I really did not have a lot of notes for this film, and I
No, it's a film that's like kind of hard to talk about a little bit.
yeah, because
I have 3 pages of notes.
oh damn.
Why doesn't Florence? Well,
I think
I don't
it's
know
because
if
it's
it's
your
Florence
first
or
time
Da-
watching it.
Yeah, but
no.
it was my first time too.
Why the
Oh.
fuck can't Danny or Florence? I don't know. Why can't she say Christian?
Christian.
Christian?
Because she's
Well, she's got an accent. She
Oh
She
right.
comes from across the pond.
Wish. That's on me.
Okay, what notes did I write? I wrote when Will Poulter showed up. I wrote Will Poulter jump scare.
Yeah.
Eyebrows jump scare.
You guys don't understand. I like actually can't like. I don't get like horror movies don't scare me.
They
I
disturb
just
you.
no. I like don't. I don't like what it fucking does to my like. I don't like how it makes my body feel.
Yeah.
It's like terrible.
My whole existence has been so broken by the advent of Five Nights at Freddy's being a thing in elementary school.
Oh.
So like horror movies do not affect me. And like the jump scare, like I just it doesn't like something jumps out at me. I'm like okay,
No. See,
unless we're watching Jaws and I fucking jumped out of my seat.
I
when-
know. I saw
That was
that.
fun.
that's like the last.
I was
time
genuinely gonna mention that when you were like, nothing gets me. And
No,
I was
no,
like, I
but-
saw you jump.
It's
at
like when I'm
fucking-
watching a horror movie, things don't get me. But I'm watching like something that's not generally classified as a horror movie. I'm not like in that mindset of okay, there's gonna be jump scare in this.
Oh, you know what did jump me during this one?
A criminal?
No.
I'm glad you
During
find it funny.
Danny's
Someone has to.
melatonin-induced dream, fucking Mark staring at her out the back of the car.
Oh,
I was like,
That
what the fuck, Will Poulter? Why are you terrifying?
His face is just
It's
kind of like
scary.
thick for this
Can we
movie.
just put Will Poulter's face up on screen for a second?
Do you think he looked like that in middle school?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure he did.
Yeah, he
what's
was
that?
born like that.
What's that movie where it's like
We're the Millers.
Yeah, we're the Millers.
I
That's
fucking hate that I knew that.
But hey, wavelength.
Fucking Maze Runner.
Holy shit!
Or Adam Warlock. Okay, we're talking about how disturbing this movie is. What is everybody's like? What was the moment of the movie that made you go like, oh,
The beginning.
Did you just...
what?
Oh no! Yeah.
Joss, would you like to start?
I would say the beginning.
Yeah.
The beginning?
is the worst.
Okay.
Up there as well. The bear dying. It's
Yeah.
fucked
Yeah,
up.
why did they fucking do that to the bear?
The one shot though when they were dissecting the bear was like kind of Wes Anderson-y.
Yeah, they got to put a
Yeah.
guy in there.
Yeah.
That's why they could. That's why they did that. to
Fucked
the
up
bear.
that bear had to have Christian inside of him.
Yeah.
Me, it was the opening suicide part. Like
Yeah.
that, I had my jaw like I was like, I wasn't expecting it, and then after that, I think everything. It was a little. I feel like this is gonna be a strange comparison, but I had the same issue with Terrifier, which in that film, like their big thing is they cut someone in half
upside down.
and you see it, and
Yeah.
like, but after that, nothing else you have to escalate when you're
Well,
writing a
that's
script.
That's like the climax of the movie.
No, it's not. It's like halfway
not?
through.
Are
Or,
you sure?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie
Because I
in
was,
a minute.
yeah, I watched it like a month or two ago. Actually, 3 months ago. Sorry. But
That
like,
wasn't the climax.
no.
Wow.
And I was like, what? So what now? So you open with that horrifically shocking scene, and then you kind of. I'm not saying the other stuff wasn't as shocking. It's just like I have that threshold of like, okay, this is what this movie's gonna be. And so everything else after that, like people getting their heads smashed in and people falling into. I was like, okay, I expect this, which I feel can be an issue when you're watching a horror film. But I feel like there are ways to avoid that, which is just by starting smaller and going up.
I think, I don't know. For me, the worst thing was, not like obviously not the like swan dive, but the
Oh god.
after the fall, the like bounce back up with the
The
face.
Anatomy of a Fall.
the like face bits,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then like the
Like
smushed-
close up.
anything of the smushed faces,
But I don't.
and
to
then
me-
the initial, the like
Thwack.
hammer hit
The Play-Doh.
with the
The Play-Doh.
it's just like
Sorry.
um
It was too fake for me. Like, because I know that I know
it was very
I know they can't smash a real fucking person's skull, so I'm just
Yeah.
like, okay. I mean, if they did, that'd be pretty crazy. But they
Also,
didn't.
That'd be
during the
pretty
dr-
crazy.
That'd be a little weird.
also during that same melatonin induced dream when her sister's dead body
Yeah.
opened its eyes.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I think for me it was Florence Pugh's acting got me.
It was
Like
Real.
she's an incredible.
She's great.
Oh, I thought you meant it was gross, and I was like,
No,
whoa.
no, she is.
Actually,
like,
it is gross how good it is.
She's like a like.
She's a fucking powerhouse.
She's
is.
insane, and just the way she makes you feel in this movie, you're like, oh my god.
But Jocelyn,
Yes.
tell us what you think about crying in general. We definitely did not take a 30-minute break here for eclipse-related activities. So, Jocelyn, tell me about crying.
I had to stare at the sun, guys.
Did you cry?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't. Wow.
Wow.
Don't
Yeah.
stare at the sun.
Crying in general. I think it's a cool thing. Everyone needs to cry.
God, tell me about it.
In
I
this
don't
movie,
think so.
you don't think so?
I think crying is.
Real men
You're
don't
such
cry.
a such a devil's advocate.
You're so red-pilled.
That's my job. I'm supposed to be the dissenting opinion.
Wait,
Okay.
guys, can we play Sympathy for the Devil?
Every time I have to speak.
My favorite cry in this movie is the first Florence cry in Sweden when they all get high and she's like, they all laughed at me.
We've all been there.
Yeah.
That was a good Florence impression.
That was a good. I love the walk that she does where her arms are stiff and she's just like crying.
Me when I Minecraft Steve that shit.
Yeah.
I liked when Christian got off the bench when he was high and had to go fuck that child. And he
Wait. We've had 2 child sex movies.
Child sex movies.
And
check his hard drive.
and he
Oh my god. Whoa.
and
And by Shyamalan, yeah,
he
we should.
got off that.
He got
bench.
off.
He stood up from the bench.
I
was
was
on
over on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
I was over on the bench.
And he stood up from the bench and he had his little baby fists tucked in. And I was like, yeah, I feel bad for you and you're really anxious right now, but you're about to have a little baby tantrum, aren't you? You did not. But
Little
it
baby
would have been
tantrum.
Stop.
Inbreeding?
Oh yeah, let's talk about inbreeding.
Corey, what do you know about inbreeding?
Listen, I had a
Not
note.
as much as you.
I was like, there's inbreeding in this commune for sure. And then,
yeah.
like, 4 notes down, I was like, cool. So they do this intentionally.
So that, yeah.
Want to know what a thought I had as a child was? When you get married to someone, is that technically incest? When you if you have sex with them?
What?
Because you're related.
I know. I did not understand the concept of incest as a child.
You know,
Okay.
for someone who says, I don't know a lot about inbreeding, you sure think about it a lot.
Since day one.
Yo, I spawned on this fucking
Day
planet
one.
and I was like, what would happen? What would happen if Superman came down?
Listen. I would like to get all of your opinions
Yeah.
On
on
inbreeding?
no
Oh, okay.
on Ari Aster films and disability.
Okay, well, to start off, I think, just to go down the descending order, I think Beau is Afraid is very clearly about a man with schizophrenia. And I feel like it's sort of tackles like schizophrenia and dementia in a way that is very objective and shows the kind of horrors that the person who lives with it has to experience. And I feel like that's handled very well in Beau's Afraid, and that's kind of the driving force in the movie. I think Hereditary has the little girl is somewhat disabled, I know, right?
I mean,
Yes.
she neurodivergent.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, yeah, it depends on what you consider disabled.
Okay. I
It's a
think
very loaded term.
maybe her that wasn't handled as well in Hereditary. I feel like a lot of her just attributes that she had were maybe given like a creepy connotation, even though that was just like how she was acting, and it's a horror movie. And her like unceremonious, brutal death is kind of the driving force for the rest of that movie. So I don't know how well it's handled in Hereditary. I'm curious to hear you guys' thoughts about Midsommar, though.
I thought it was a little weird.
I think it could go one of 2 ways. And Ari Aster's like using, I mean, Robin, for context, Robin, the Oracle in this film, has been intentionally inbred to have specific genetic traits that this commune believes make him, they use the word like unclouded in the mind and like
Pure.
able to see more than the neurotypical person in the commune. And I think that either this is Aster maybe having not a great take, or it's Aster calling out not great takes, or it's just a solid regular take of just like
Average Joe.
well, either it's just like a very objective take of this is a cult and how they see
Different things.
different things, yeah. But you know, we live in a society where people
No, Batman.
where we can't really view much as simply just objective. So
Yeah,
I'll go
Batman.
with those two takes of like, I feel like I've said take a lot of either it's just Aster being not very aware or Aster being hyper aware. And Joss, I would like to hear from you first.
Oh. This is not something I've really thought about before. But obviously all of his movies do deal with disability in some way. Usually more like mental ones. But it's interesting. I don't know. I thought that Beau is Afraid was good. Like what Justin said, where it's handled pretty well. I think it's obviously meant to be a horror movie, so they have a lot of that in there. But I don't know, like I feel like maybe Midsommar is the one that handles it like the worst.
There is something like inherently
It feels very offhanded. Like, okay, this is this, and we're gonna say that this person is used for this purpose, and they're created this way, and that's it. There's no depth whatsoever to the person being, having a disability.
There
doesn't
is also a
sound-
lack of depth, I think, in the fact that he was used for trailer shots.
Yeah, he's also used like
Oh, really?
as a jump scare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like his purpose is to be scary and not to be like a character. Whereas like the Millie Shapiro's character in Hereditary, she's like a character and you're sad when she dies and it's
Yeah.
supposed to be shocking and horrible.
And like the family cares about her.
yeah. And then Beau is Afraid, like Beau is the main character. You're following him. You sympathize with him.
Mhm.
Like Midsommar,
This is
there's the sister with BPD who
Yeah.
has, you know, like she makes a choice to kill herself and her family. And so the movie starts off with that, and then there's another character who's like disabled and is used as a jump scare and is used just to be scary.
I think it's also difficult to place, I guess, just because like it's a horror movie and you kind of, it's hard to separate, I guess, because everything kind of is horrific because of that. I don't know. As the movie went on, I kept trying to kind of place if Danny's sister's what was her name? Terry?
I think maybe.
Yeah, if Terry's death and her like if that specific choice and even the choice for BPD, if that was in itself, and honestly specifically because of the email that what preceded it,
Yeah.
if that, because the email was like I can't anymore, going dark, mom and dad are coming too, if that, or like everything's going dark, I couldn't tell if that was meant to be an addition, like if that was meant to follow the commune aspect, the cult aspect, or if that was just supposed to be a lead into Danny's grief. Are they disjointed or are they connected?
I think that in at least the first two Ari Aster films, the narrative is that of people responding to family members with disability and how they react to it. Danny's sister has BPD. The main character of Hereditary, it's arguably Toni Collette or Alex Wolff, either one of them.
Right.
Alex Wolff's sister and Toni Collette's daughter have a disability, and it's until Beau is Afraid, Ari Aster hadn't had a main character with a disability. It was always Beau is Afraid is the first film that he's done where the central character has a disability, whereas in the last two, it's the main character is responding to a disability. And I feel like that's, I don't know, I feel like that's interesting. I feel like maybe he takes the lessons that his first two movies have of where their narratives revolve around people with disabilities but don't like focus on them, and changes that in Beau is Afraid. I don't know.
I'm just
I had a
really
thought and I
wondering
forgot it.
what Eddington is going to be like. Because Ari Aster is filming his new film
It's a
Eddington
Western.
right now. Ugh! Justin shot me for audio listeners. It's a Western, and I'm just wondering what is kind of going to go on with that film and how he's going to continue this. I could see it as a growth, maybe. And hopefully it is, and he's getting more and more in... I don't say in touch. That sounds weird and a little wrong. And these terms, like getting more into the flow of
The zeitgeist.
the zeitgeist. Yeah, he's getting. He's so
He could have
zeitgeisty.
used it.
He's so zeitgeisty. Who up that geist? Poltergeist.
Oop, guys,
Was Hereditary after Midsommar?
No, it
No,
was
no.
2018. Wait, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Are you guys ready for Pop Quiz Hot Shot? Oh my god. So, Pop Quiz Hot Shot is a segment where it is basically two truths and a lie. I come up with 3 reviews from Letterboxd. 2 of them are 2 lies and a truth.
Yeah.
You're good.
You get the point.
Yeah.
Two of the reviews are lies. One of them
Yeah.
is the truth. One of them is the review for Midsommar. So let's start off. 5 stars from Clementine. The consequences of double texting.
Okay.
3.5 stars from Brett. Rating 8.2 out of 10. Creepy, but nothing happens.
8.2 out of 10. So like
That's literally the person. That's the review he wrote. Well, Brett wrote
Oh.
8.2 rating. :
It's like-
8.2 out of 10.
And how
haven't
many
been
stars
on
was
Letterboxd
it?
in like a day.
3.5 stars. So that would be 7 stars. I don't know. And then we have 5 stars from Danis. And people are saying this movie is boring. The fuck they talking about?
The middle one doesn't make any sense. Because like stuff happens. Stuff happens like all the time in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Read the last one again.
It's the first or the last.
And so the last one is from 5 stars from Danis. Dayniss. And people are saying this movie is boring. The fuck they talking about?
How many stars are all of them?
So 5 for the first, 3.5 for the second, and 5 for the third.
First,
Ooh.
the
I'm
first
feeling
one
the
fits
first.
too well with like
What was the first one again?
The consequences of double texting.
because
Davis,
she like double texted her sister.
I don't know.
Oh, Corey's looking low.
Is this another hint? Is this another hint?
He's
No.
Wait, he's mewing. Mew rhymes with 2.
Rhymes with me and you.
Is this happening?
Justin, right now. Right now, let's
Right
go.
now. Meet me under the table.
Turn the cameras off. What do you
Um.
guys think?
So the first one is double texting. Second
Yes.
one is
Creepy, but nothing happens.
Creepy, but nothing happens. If it's that one, bull fucking shit. Like, don't look at me like that. It's that one, isn't it?
Fuck.
Like, there's nothing I would call inconsequential in this.
Hold on, guys. I'm gonna get it this week, okay?
I'm gonna get it
this
too.
week.
It's-
Let me turn on my Spidey senses.
I don't know that I'm gonna get
My
it this
Peter
week.
Tingle.
I'm gonna get it this.
Maybe
I'm- wait,
I'll
hold
lose my streak.
Hold on. Okay,
I am going to get this one right.
I am. Read them again, and this time Izzy just listens.
Okay, number 1.
You didn't. the
5
first time.
stars from Clementine. The consequences of double texting. Number 2 it's 3.5 stars from Brett. Rating 8.2 out of 10. Creepy, but nothing happens. And the third one, 5 stars from Danis. Dayniss. If people are saying this movie is boring, the fuck they talking about?
So
It's the third one.
It's the second one.
I'm
Did
gonna say the
you-
first
did you-
one.
Are all the ratings from Ari Aster's different movies?
It's the third one.
So third, second, first.
Yeah.
Justin's correct. Justin's correct. John, you guys fucking suck.
Thank you.
So you picked 3. So your review is from Transformers: Age of Extinction. And Justin, yours was from no, keep your headphones on. Justin, your review was from Backrooms: The Third Test.
What the fuck is that?
8.2 out of 10 for Backrooms. It's not a fucking YouTube video.
Fuck.
I love this segment.
Is that even
so
on
much.
Letterboxd?
Yes, it is. I love this segment. So Elise gave me that review, actually. So you can thank Elise for that. Friend of the pod, Elise.
Friend of the pod.
Clementine, I believed in you.
No,
This was
Clementine.
a partnership.
Clementine did.
I know. I was believing that Clementine would
Joss.
not use that wording for this film.
Have you gotten
That was for
one
another
wrong?
film.
I have not gotten one wrong.
And have Izzy and I gotten one right?
No.
No. Fuck.
Next week, I think you guys will.
Don't bullshit me.
No, you'll
Corey
pull-
You
Preventure.
don't even know the movie.
I'm picking it.
Oh.
What is our next
Never
movie,
mind.
Corey?
You'll find it at the end of the recording. Wait, guys. Do you guys hear that?
Again?
Hello?
It's a box. From the tall man.
What did he send you this week, Corey?
Open the box. And there's another box still. Oh. And inside this box is. It says, look at your email. We're getting digital tall man mail. So I'm pulling up the email right now. Okay. It is titled, the subject line is, open this email just before what did we watch segment at the end. All caps. First line is, tall man buddy cop juxtapozozu challenge. Your job is to be the ween who is able to keep a straight face while the others take turns calmly saying out loud ridiculous pairings of actors for a new buddy cop movie. Keep score. Last one to break wins.
Okay.
Okay, yep. So, Justin, you're first.
Who am I trying to make laugh? You or
Yeah,
Izzy?
me.
You?
Yeah.
Danny DeVito and Yao Ming?
I don't even know who the second one is.
It's a tall man.
Oh, no one else reacted to that
What now?
except for me.
Okay,
Justin, you're the
so
next
Corey's
contestant.
out.
Okay, so Izzy.
Charlie Sheen and Charlie Sheen.
That
That
counts as
got
good.
Fuck!
Charlie Sheen and Charlie Sheen is funny. That's funny.
Oh,
Okay.
Izzy, we gotta make you laugh now.
Yeah, I
Okay.
get to go, right? Okay. Ross Lynch. Your friend Ross Lynch. Yeah.
He said one name.
You said one word. You said 2 words, and bro just fucking disintegrated.
Well, I wasn't gonna laugh, and then I just was like, Ross Lynch is not a cop.
Joss. I have to make
Who's
Joss laugh.
Oh, okay.
This is not gonna be easy. Danny DeVito and Yao Ming.
That sounds familiar.
He doesn't like original ideas.
No, I don't.
Gene Kelly and Kevin James.
Who's Kevin James?
You don't know Kevin James? All right.
If you saw him, you'd be like, oh, yes, Kevin James.
Probably.
You're not gonna laugh because you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
It's getting-
Matthew Broderick from No Hard Feelings.
and the other person. Oh, yeah!
From No Hard Feelings specifically.
And the other person Matthew Broderick killed.
No. Leave them alone.
Leave them alone. Come on.
Wait, Corey, we're gonna have to edit this to be a lot tighter.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think.
yeah, I know. Don't worry, I got you.
You got it.
So, what did we watch this week, guys?
Who the fuck is Yao Ming?
Isn't he?
A
Is he that
basketball
basketball
player.
player that's
Yeah.
really tall? Yeah.
You guys ever gotten that one Instagram reel or YouTube short or TikTok where it's just like Shaq being like, I thought Yao Ming couldn't speak English, and then I found out he could. And then everyone laughs at the end because it's like, guys, did you know that people can speak English?
What?
I've gotten it like 4 different times, and I don't even care about sports.
Guys, he doesn't even care about sports.
You're such an asshole.
He doesn't even care.
Nicole, that was crazy. I know I'm an asshole, okay?
He doesn't even care about
I love you
sports.
so much.
Oh, Joss, what'd you watch this week?
I watched Palm Springs.
Oh, that's a good movie.
Good movie.
Mhm.
Have you seen it before?
Yeah.
Okay.
I rewatched.
With Olivia?
Yes, with Olivia.
I saw.
Yeah.
I'm such a stalker.
It's a good movie. They had to watch it for a class, and so I went, I'll watch with you.
What class?
One of their film classes.
Oh, I think you had to watch for a class.
No,
and I was
they
like,
did.
whoa.
Olivia, friend of the pod.
Friend of the pod, Olivia.
Front of the pod.
From the
Fiducio.
pod.
Don't dox them.
You said it in the last
I
episode.
know I did.
Corey, what did you watch?
What did I watch? I watched a lot, and I didn't. Did I? I don't remember. But most recently, I guess I could say today I actually watched 3 movies.
Okay.
What'd you watch?
I watched the Katsi trilogy.
The what?
Starting by Koyanis Katsi, Pawa Katsi, and Nakoi Katsi. I don't know if I'm saying those correctly, but they're 3 films directed by give me a hot second. I'm saying the director's name. Godfrey Reggio. And they're basically
Awesome.
yeah, and they all have scores by Philip Glass.
Ooh.
And they're basically just textless, speechless documentaries. So the first one is about the story of the world from, origination to industrialization. The second one is about developing nations and Western imperialism upon them and the effects of that. And the third one is about the digital revolution. They get worse. After the first one is mind blowing, one of the best things I've ever seen in my life. Just in terms of how well it handles visual and audio storytelling.
You will have to send me that.
What?
Just
What
the
it's called?
information.
Oh yeah,
afterward.
it's really good. Great synth score. And then it just kind of get worse. But yeah, I really enjoyed them. I recommend the first one, if not the other 2. Justin, you're next.
I didn't today. This week was a very busy week, so I didn't get to watch anything. I watched the iCarly Shelby Marks Victoria Justice special where she
Good.
fights Victoria Justice.
Yes. But then they meet each other later
Yeah,
in the Victorious crossover.
I know. I always, as a kid, I was like, "Is it the same guy? The girl?"
Yeah.
That was probably the best movie I've seen all year.
Good.
Real.
Fuck Dune 2.
Fuck Old Boy. Fuck In the Mood for Love.
You're such an in the mood for love hater.
Fuck In the Mood
You did
for
not
Love.
like that movie.
I watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding 2.
3. Oh.
There's a
Not a
second
third
one?
There's
a
3.
There's 3.
I know there's a third one. I didn't know there was a second one.
Yeah, I watched the second one again.
Yao Ming's in it.
And it was very I will say it's one of those sequels that really
It pushes the envelope.
no, it captures the spirit of the first one really well.
Okay, that's good.
And pushes it it moves forward from the original concept without losing what
Pushes
it
the
was.
envelope.
Good.
Yes, it pushes the envelope, Corey. It's
you.
it's really good. It's
Yeah.
good. And I haven't seen the third, but I'm excited and tentative.
Did the Greek
have a-
wedding get bigger and fatter?
Yeah.
I have a very
Wow.
important question that is going to set the tone for the rest of our podcast moving forward.
Mhm.
Better Greek wedding duology than Mamma Mia?
Why didn't they kill Meryl Streep?
They did.
They
She's
killed
dead,
Meryl Streep?
But she comes back and Cher is in it. And so is the Dos Equis guy.
Dos Equis.
Cher and the Dos Equis guy hook up in the movie.
Oh fuck!
It's
Now
great.
I gotta watch
It's
it.
kind of
Alright.
awful, but
She
it's
stayed thirsty.
Alrighty.
alrighty then.
So let's review the film now, guys. I give it 4 pube pies out of 5.
Oh.
Justin,
Corey, you recently liked my review of it on Letterboxd. What did I give it? Do you remember?
I think you give it 5.
5? I'm stuck with that. It's Ari Aster is probably my favorite working director. I'll stick with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay,
I loved Beau is Afraid.
good on you. Easy.
I'd say a solid I'm sorry.
One, I'm sorry.
What does
At
that
least-
translate to in star forms?
In star form, I got 4.
Okay.
This was my 4th or 5th watch.
Maybe a 3.5.
No,
Let's keep a 4.
let's keep it a 4. Let's keep it civil.
This is my fourth or fifth watch. I said 4.5.
Okay, so we got a 4, that's 8 plus 5 equals 13, plus 4.5 equals 17.5. Divide that by 4. What do you get? I'm not really sure. Oh, that rhymed.
I will do it in a calculator.
No, so it's 17. So that would be, what's 1.5 divided by 4? That would be 0.75, that would be 0.37. So that it's going to be like 4.37. Is it actually? Yeah! Fucking mathlete, man!
That's kind of scary.
I'm such a STEM major.
While you were doing that math in your head, I got confused about how to use my calculator and I had to turn my phone off.
I had to turn it off.
I got like a number in the thousands and I went, that's not right.
It's like, it's getting a little too much. I gotta. Okay.
Hey,
3 too many numbers in there.
No, I don't like that. No. Yeah, so it's time to wrap up the episode. That was about it for this episode. If you are oh so inclined, you should follow us on Instagram at concept.high.pod. Subscribe or like if you're watching on YouTube.
Leave a comment, answer the poll.
Answer the poll.
Drop a rating or a follow on Spotify and answer the poll on Spotify. We have polls. Polls.
Maypoles.
Other podcasts. What?
Maypoles.
Maypoles. Wicker Man polls. And other podcasting platforms, you check it out. A big thank you. I would have to say goes out to Izzy.
Thank you, Corey.
Big thank you goes out to Jocelyn.
Thank you.
Big thank you goes out to Justin.
Of course.
Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Corey.
You're welcome.
And just remember,
No.
he's not that into sports.
Guys, he's not even that into sports.
And thank you to our wonderful producers. Never forget, the best movie ever made is Space Jam 2, A New Legacy.
He's right. Podcast over.
Yeah!
Does this day feel like it already happened? Must be deja vu. Try learning a different language from the alien race that speaks to you. Dinos in our time and snakes in the sky will find a way for the concept high. Just for friends in a room talking high concept films. We're concept